I have been wearing my hearing aids for a couple weeks now. I ended up going with the Phonak Infinio I90s, which are the ones that have a special feature I'll talk about. I have a couple different earpieces, which is cool. The ones I have in now are really, they let a lot of sound past. I also have these nice ones which block a lot of noise, which for my, as my doctor puts it, my unique application, because I'm not deaf. I hear too much, but those right there are really good for blocking out a lot of noise. The only thing is they fit really tight, and I can hear my heartbeat, like, and it's something I'm trying to get used to. So I'm kind of switching them out with the normal little small ones. But why did I get hearing aids? I hear fine. These are the ones that were $6,400. The doctor was somehow able to give me the Rogers One microphone with it, which is pretty good. I mean, I've got like some pros and cons on it, which I'm gonna not cover right now because that will just go off on a rabbit hole tangent. But I had something happen the other morning that proved to me I made the right decision. I'm on the autism spectrum. I don't hide it. I actually try to let people know because I'm mildly autistic. What that means is I've learned how to take care of myself for what other people can see well enough that some people don't understand that I have problems. And it's because I've worked so hard. I mean, I did years of physical therapy as a kid, like 5. My motor skills were just absolute crap. And the doctors literally told my parents, like, he'll never run, he'll never do any, kind of sport stuff. I mean, like, I have a vivid memory of that. But I'm not, in some people's eyes, autistic enough to be on the spectrum because I hide and mask a lot. Things that I go through. I've gotten a lot better. I can remember a specific situation. I was actually with my wife. It's like 2011, 2012, and we were in Charleston, South Carolina, and we're walking, and like I have a thing about walking on cracks. Jesus, I'm 40. I was at the time in my 30s. I was 40 years old, and I still like don't want to touch a crack in the ground, which normal people don't even think about. But it gets to me sometimes, and I've learned how to like deal with it when there's absolutely no way not to do it. But it's one of those things that I go through in my head that other people don't see. There's so many things that go through my head, and what these hearing aids have given me the ability to do is separate some of that. And I wear a bracelet, a medical bracelet says autistic, and I have a watch band, and I wear my A&M class ring and my wedding ring. And what's funny, and which a lot of people have zero idea on, is if I have nothing on, I don't know where my hands are with my eyes closed. Like if I take everything off and I close my eyes and I move my hands around, I don't have a good idea where they are. But because I have things here and on my wrist, I can feel them and I know where everything is. And I used to, like, as a kid, used to walk around and touch things. And yeah, I even up until college, I remember a specific event where I like touched somebody. We were in a room and they're like, dude, if you touch me again, I was like, okay, gotta learn how not to do that. But I have breakdowns. Not many, not often, but I do. I've gotten much better at controlling them, but sometimes they happen and I can't control them. I've had them happen at work. I had a kind of unexpected work event happen where someone informed me of something on a job, and I just completely broke down. And a kid having a breakdown, it's a kid. But a grown adult having a breakdown, people don't always understand. Now, here I'll add another layer to this. I'm 6'2", 240 to 260, depending on, what time of year and how much Halloween candy I've had. But I'm not a small person. So if I am having a problem and I am having trouble controlling myself, I can look like a threat very easily. So I especially wear this on my left arm, because my left arm is the one, if someone comes up to my driver's window, is the arm they see. And what I'm hoping that if I'm having a situation, that gives me just a couple of extra seconds for someone to go, hey, this person's having a problem. Let's not just tase him. But back to my thing, why the hearing aids? The other morning, I took my son to breakfast at Waffle House. So this is a person that usually eats the exact same thing every morning, which is a sausage, egg and cheese biscuit without the egg. So I take him to a place he's never been. I take him into a place that, trying to get him to understand the order. And, I do what I do. I sit in the far corner booth with my back to the window, so every noise is in front of me. And I thought I'd done good. But then I start to feel this tightness in my chest. And I went, uh-oh, that's not good. Because that's the first sign that I'm starting to have a problem. And then I can start feeling my heart beating. And what it is we're in a Waffle House. And they had music playing loud. And regrettably, right above me was a speaker. And I'm trying to ask my son what he wants to eat, and I can't hear him. He's 5. He mumbles a little, but he doesn't talk loud. And I started to panic. And then I remembered my hearing aids. And these have, the reason I bought these have a special feature called Sphere, where it picks up voices very well. I'll actually do a separate thing on the Sphere by itself, because at first I thought it was crap because I left it just at the factory settings. And for me, I had to change the settings to a different level. And then, oh my God, it's the most amazing thing in the world. It's absolutely, I call it an eavesdropper, like being able to hear. But what I did, I'm at Waffle House. I'm starting to have a autistic moment, a panic attack, whatever for absolutely no reason. But I said, wait a second. And then I click down, which changes the program to the Sphere, and it makes it where I can hear voices better. Not voices in my head, but like other people's voices. And I said, what do you want for breakfast? And the difference of hearing someone talk and having the hearing aids here is the noise doesn't come here. It's like in my head. Like, there is no hearing. It's just like directly input in my head. And he goes, I want sausage. I'll take pancakes, which they had waffles, so it was fine. And I stopped, and I could hear him. And I looked at the guy, and I placed the order. And I looked at my arm, my watch, and my heart rate was finally starting to slow down. And I went, oh my God, I was about to have a breakdown, a autistic moment, a panic attack, whatever you like to call it. And I didn't. I didn't because I was able to hear when it was noisy, which has always been a problem of mine, which is the Auditory Processing Disorder. And it didn't happen. I was able to stop it. And I calmed down, and we had breakfast, and it was great, and I didn't lose my temper, and I didn't have, a room full of strangers looking at me as I'm berating a 5-year-old because I can't hear. I literally, I hear the talking, but like my mind is, it's like dyslexia for your ears. Like I hear it, but if there's other noises, like it just, I can't process it. But with these, it takes that out, where I'm not hearing it with my ears. I mean, I am still, but it like goes directly into my brain. I'm not. What I need to do is put these on somebody else and have them turned on where I have them turned on, because I think a lot of people, the way I have them set, it would be an overload. But because I'm so used to hearing so much stuff because of my, I have above normal hearing abilities, but now I can like process it out, and I didn't lose my temper. I didn't have a panic attack, whatever you want to call it. I mean, none of that happened, and it was because I was wearing my hearing aids, and because I could hear in a noisy environment. And that was the exact second where I made the right decision, because that's why I bought them. They can be a little bit of a pain. Like I said, you feel them in your ears all day, and it can be, the app right now is not the best, and I could probably make a different video on that because it's going to sound like I'm bitching. But yeah, if you have an auditory processing disorder, especially if you're on the spectrum, these things are amazing. And I'm so lucky that I stumbled upon this, because it has literally changed my life. I will say, I actually went to a Halloween party the other night with my daughter, a street neighborhood party, and sat out there for an hour and had them turned on for the setting where I could hear better, specifically voices better, and it tuned out a bunch of the other stuff. And while it did not make me sociable, that's not a magic pill. It's not gonna all, I did, but I wasn't sitting there miserable the whole time. And so it didn't affect my mood, where I was grumpy and disgruntled being there. It didn't make me a social butterfly. That ain't happening. But I wasn't a miserable person to be around, because it's because I just get so overwhelmed. It's just so much sometimes. And I envy people who don't have to deal with what I deal with. But then I realize there's gifts that I have when it comes to being creative and being able to figure out problems that if I didn't have, I wouldn't have what I have in life. So I don't want to be normal, but this has been a game changer. So yeah, I guess I just kind of wanted to share that, used properly, so far I'm very happy with having the hearing aids to help my auditory processing disorder, and setting me up to not have a panic attack because I can't hear a 5-year-old in a Waffle House. So I just if you get anything out of this, I guess hit the like button, because apparently that helps more people see it. And I'm going to keep making videos, so subscribe. I do have other videos when I worked on a race team, and my old car stuff, and obviously my work stuff with diagnostics. So yeah, thanks for watching.